Alex, welcome back to the Comeback Stories, where we turn setbacks into epic victories. If you've ever had a nosy neighbor or an overbearing HO ruin your vibe, this one's for you. Picture this. It's a perfect summer day. My pool party is in full swing, and everyone's having the time of their lives. The music's pumping, the drinks are flowing, and the energy? Unstoppable. Or so I thought, until they showed up. Yup, that's right. My HOA decided my pool party was public enemy number one. And what they did next? Oh, it lit a fire in me that led to something insane. Stick around, because this is the story of how I turned their petty rules into my ultimate comeback, building my own private beach right here on my land. This was supposed to be the pool party of the summer. I'd spent weeks planning it, inviting my closest friends, stocking up on snacks, and even renting a giant inflatable flamingo that, let's be honest, was the star of the show. The sun was shining, the vibes were immaculate, and my backyard was the place to be. But then the HOA decided to crash the party, literally. Here's the deal, my HOA has rules for everything. No music louder than a whisper after 8 p.m. No more than 5 guests without prior approval. And don't even think about parking an extra car on the street. I thought I'd followed all their ridiculous guidelines, but apparently my pool party was too much for them to handle. At 9:30 p.m., while we were still in the middle of a killer karaoke session, this guy shows up. Mr. Jenkins. This gathering is in direct violation of HOA Regulation 47B, Section 12. Turn off that music, disperse your guests, and remove that thing from your pool immediately. Alex, I tried to explain that we were just having fun, that we'd keep it down, but Mr. Jenkins wasn't hearing it. He handed me a $200 fine and a warning that next time, it'd be worse. My friends were embarrassed, the vibe was ruined, and I was furious. I mean, this is my house, my backyard, my pool. How dare they dictate how I enjoy my own property? That's when I decided enough was enough. I wasn't going to let some clipboard tyrant ruin my summer. I wanted a space where I could be free to laugh, to play music, to invite whoever I wanted, whenever I wanted. And that's when the idea hit me. If the HOA wouldn't let me enjoy my backyard, I'd create a whole new paradise they couldn't touch. I was going to build my own private beach. I'll be honest, when I first got the idea to build a private beach, I thought it might be a little crazy. But the more I thought about it, the more it made sense. I had a decent-sized backyard, a vision, and a whole lot of stubbornness. I wasn't just going to roll over and let the HOA win. I was going to create something so epic, they'd be speechless. The first step was research. I spent hours online, watching YouTube tutorials, reading about eco-friendly landscaping, and checking local regulations to make sure I wasn't breaking any laws. Turns out, as long as I wasn't building a permanent structure or messing with protected land, I was in the clear. The HOA could grumble all they wanted, but this was my property, and I was doing this my way. I wanted this beach to be more than just a middle finger to the HOA. I wanted it to be a place where I could escape, where my friends and family could come together and make memories without someone breathing down our necks. I envisioned crystal clear water, soft white sand, and all the vibes of a tropical getaway, right here in my backyard. This wasn't just about revenge. It was about reclaiming my space and proving that creativity can overcome any obstacle. So I rolled up my sleeves, grabbed my tools, and got to work. Building a private beach from scratch is no small feat, let me tell you. We started by clearing out a section of my backyard, about 1,000 square feet. That meant hours of digging, leveling, and hauling dirt. My friends thought I was nuts at first, but once they saw the vision, they were all in. I wanted this beach to be as eco-friendly as possible, so I used sustainable materials wherever I could. The sand was locally sourced, the pebbles were made from recycled glass, and we even installed a small solar-powered pump to keep the water feature running cleanly. It was hard work, but every shovel of sand felt like a step toward freedom. The lagoon was the trickiest part. We dug a shallow basin, lined it with waterproof material, and filled it with clear water treated with eco-friendly clarifiers to keep it sparkling. I added some smooth river rocks and a small fountain to create that calming, beachy vibe. Every day, I could see it coming together, and it fueled my determination. After 3 weeks of blood, sweat, and maybe a few tears, we were almost there. I couldn't wait to show it off, not just to my friends, but to the HOA. They thought they could control me. Oh, they had no idea what was coming. Here it is, folks, my private beach. No No rules, just pure paradise. This is what freedom looks like. Check this out. We've got a lagoon that sparkles like the Caribbean, a deck for lounging, and even a fire pit for those late-night Esmeralda sessions. I added an outdoor kitchen so we can grill without ever leaving the beach vibe. And the best part? Not a single HOA rule applies here. This is my oasis. The first time I invited my friends over to see the finished beach, their jaws hit the floor. We had music, food, and laughter, everything the HOA tried to take away from us. And you know what? Not a single clipboard-wielding busybody showed up to complain. This was my victory lap. Building this beach wasn't just about sticking it to the HO, though, trust me, that felt amazing. It was about creating a space where I could live life on my terms. A place where my friends and family could come together, make memories, and feel free. This beach is more than sand and water. It's a symbol of what's possible when you refuse to let someone else dictate your happiness. This private beach has changed everything. It's not just a backyard, it's a lifestyle. I host barbecues, movie nights, even yoga sessions out here. My friends call it Alex's Island, and honestly, I'm okay with that. The HOA? They haven't said a word. I guess even they can't argue with paradise. So what's the takeaway? Don't let anyone, whether it's an HO, a nosy neighbor, or just life's obstacles, stop you from creating your own happiness. Get creative, roll up your sleeves, and build your own paradise, whatever that looks like for you. For me, it was a beach. What's it going to be for you? That's it for this episode of the Comeback Stories. If you love this tale of rebellion and DIY glory, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next adventure. Drop a comment below. Have you ever dealt with an overzealous HOA? Or maybe you've got your own comeback story to share. Let's hear it. Until next time, keep building your dreams, and I'll see you in paradise.